Ready here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Um, okay, all right. So first of all, just tell us a little bit about what's going through your head. Probably the biggest thing I would imagine is earning your way into the Farmers Insurance Open. You played a number of PGA Tour events, but what does it mean for you to win your way in here by earning this exemption and winning this tournament?
Yeah, it's always feels a little bit sweeter when you earn your way through. And, we played a fantastic golf course, the golf course that they're playing on this week. It was a challenge all day, last few days. The golf course is in great shape, rough stick. So, I think if you ask all 18 of us, will we want to be able to have a chance to play 2 rounds and get into the Farmers Insurance Open, we'll take that in a heartbeat. And it's just great to see where your game's at. It's January. It's early in the year. It's good to see some hard work paying off in the off season. I'm excited to get going this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't want to forget this, but your thoughts on farmers and their support of the APGA, whatnot, providing this exemption. Now, what does it mean to you to have a company like Farmers, kind of step up and sponsor this event for 7 years now, and also have provide the exemption into the Farmers Insurance Open?
It's life changing. I mean, I can't tell you how many guys out here, without farmer support, without the APGA, without the other sponsors that help out, I can't say that we would all be able to chase this dream and to be able to work hard every year and then to look forward to this opportunity. And now for Farmers to give us a spot into the field this year, that's all we can ask for, man. We're super blessed, super thankful. Farmers, we can't thank them enough for what they've done for us and me personally. So, it's just, that's the best way for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were the 2025 Jeff Daly APGA Player of the Year. Obviously nice to carry over the momentum after such a great season last year, not only in the APGA, but also on the PGA Tour Americas. So just talk to us a little bit about momentum, carrying that over and winning your first event 2026.
Yeah, like I said, last year was just a long year for me, playing everywhere. I mean, I think I played on just about every tour last year except the Corn Ferry Tour, but I mean, it was just, I learned so much about myself and my game, and it was just great to see the hard work kind of pay off this off season, knowing the things that I felt like I need to get better at, making the decisions that I had to make, and it's been super fun. And then to obviously top it off, being a little nervous, being a little rusty, you don't know what's going to happen, and we hung in there and got it done today.
Yeah, absolutely. So played 2 good rounds of golf last 2 days. Just in general, what not just the last couple of days, but in the last year or so, what's good about your game right now? What are you doing well out there, whether it's physically, mentally, a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both, but mainly consistency. Just making a bunch of cuts, figuring out my game, figuring out my routine on the road, figuring out what I need to do to take care of my body to perform at its highest. And I think that's the most important thing that I took from last year.
Yeah. So now you're a 2-time winner of the Farmers Insurance Invitational. This will be your 2nd time playing in the Farmers Insurance Open. Maybe can you look back when you played in the Open a couple of years ago, Farmers Insurance Open? What did you learn playing that event? You played pretty well. I think you had 1 good round, 1 not so good round. But what did you learn from that event? What can you take, coming into this week?
I look back at that round. I look back at those 2 days a lot because that was my first time really feeling like I belonged. I mean, I think I shot 4 under the first round and put myself in pretty good position. And then on the South course, I only had 2 bad holes. Like, I felt like I played super solid on that course. So, the score probably didn't end up how I wanted it to, but I can take a lot of confidence knowing that I played some good golf on a golf course that's one of the hardest on the PGA Tour. So for me, that's all I can continue to learn from and get better. And, we're always going to have days like that. So it's just important to learn from it and keep moving forward.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, you made your first PGA Tour cut last year. Was it the first one or?
At RSM 2024 in the fall.
Gotcha. Okay,
yes,
gotcha.
Yes,
so with that experience, when making a cut, that's obviously a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
So just talk to us about what you kind of take from that experience and how that can help you moving forward.
Yeah, first the RSM was just a great one. I think I Mondayed into that one as well. So that was just a huge thing for the confidence, and then going into the event, feeling like the game was in a great spot, and just being comfortable where I was. I think I just played a full year on Corn Ferry that year too, so it just made it a lot easier for me. And like I said, just knowing my routine and knowing how my body works and understanding what I need to do week to week, and it translated that week, and I played well. And then fast forward to ISCO this year, having a putt on the last to kind of get it done and make the cut on the number there. It just comes from all these experiences, and it starts with being here as well. This being some of my first few starts on the PGA Tour, and just being able to learn from those and continue to get better. That's all we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked a little bit about before we turn on the cameras here about your caddy today. Can you just for those who are going to be watching this, can you tell us who your caddy was? And I understand he's a guy that's played quite a bit on the APGA tour, and you know what goes into that decision for asking him to be on the bag, and does it help to kind of have a guy that's played out here a lot on the APGA to kind of just, I don't know, be your confidant and your have that mindset being able to help you out here?
Yeah, RJ Young, he's played out here. He's played on this tour longer than I have. When I first got on this tour, it's kind of navigating, hard to find friends or just get to meet people, and we kind of made our group. It was like 3 or 4 of us, and we got really close. And I talk to these guys every day. That's the support system that I have. We're always pushing each other, trying to get better. And unfortunately, he didn't have the year that he wanted last year, so he wasn't playing in this event. But it helps, man. Like, I know how to play golf, and I played this golf course a few times, and having him on the bag, just having a friend, we know what to do, and it just helps out in the end, not even just personally but financially, and it keeps the dreams alive for all of us. We want to make sure we take care of each other, and that means a lot to me. And having him out there, I mean, not playing in a few events over the last couple months and getting out here, you feel those nerves, especially knowing what the opportunity brings, and having him there definitely helped, cracking jokes and just walking down the fairway and remembering why we're here, remembering how far we've came, and it makes it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe last thing for me, unless Dustin, you have anything you can think of, but I know you just wrapped up here, and maybe it'll take you a little while to get your head around, looking ahead to this coming week. But what would you say you're looking forward to most, as you come out here and getting to play again on the PGA Tour and then playing in the Farmers Insurance Open?
Seeing my buddies, seeing Michael, Brennan. We spent all year traveling this past summer, and seeing Rico, just seeing the guys who I've just grown relationships with, and obviously, this is the main goal, is to be out here full time, and it's just good to see those guys, and like I said, earning my way here just makes me feel a lot better about the situation of being here, and just go out here and just do what I've been doing the last few years. We've gotten better every year, and I just want to keep continuing to do that. And if I play the way I can and focus on the little things this week, I think the chips can fall in the right place.
Marcus, traditionally the winner of the Invitational has a year before they play in the Farmers Insurance Open. What are the advantages now that you only have 4 days now until you play in the Farmers Insurance Open?
Yeah, it's huge. We just played one of the courses that we're going to play this week, so it's good to see what those conditions are like. It's good to kind of get a gauge for what the greens are going to be, the rough's going to look like. I think that's huge as far as our mindset going towards the event. And then on top of that, just being able to stay here, not have to go. You know where your game's at. You know what you need to do to continue to play good golf. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Obviously, I had to play some good golf to get here, and Wyatt was playing great, Bev was playing great. So, I needed to tighten up the game a little bit coming down the stretch. But it's just good to know that I have that momentum leading into this coming week.
Okay. I think that covers it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Am I gone?
high just for kind of. Yeah.
Okay, let's do a couple photos.
Want to get the Century Club first?
Yeah, let's do Century Club first.
Do we need to go to the podium?
Yeah, I got one for you. Yeah, I got some initials.